Mr Dutton's second week on the campaign trail has been dominated by many visits to petrol stations, Donald Trump's tariff regime, and an embarrassing backflip on a working from home policy and proposed cuts to public servants.
Peter Dutton, having defended his attack on working from home, is now pretending that that program won't proceed.
We're here on the jet following the Prime Minister's election campaign crisscrossing the country, and we're almost at the second week now of the election campaign.
Mr Dutton has made 5 visits to petrol stations across the country, including 4 in 4 different states since I jumped on the campaign trail on Saturday. It's become a real mainstay of his style of campaigning, and I'd say it's been a real positive for the opposition leader because it's sort of a self-selecting sample of the Australian public, people who routinely fill up their cars for work or because they drive long distances tend to meet him at these stops, and so he's had a largely positive reception from the Australians he's chatted to, and he's done this in order to promote what he thinks is the key to winning this election, which is his 25-cent reduction per litre on petrol by halving the fuel excise.
In his performances this week with the media, he's looking a lot more confident, a really strong debate performances, and in his limited interactions with the public, they've gone also pretty well. We visited a market earlier this week. Prime Minister went with local vendors. That went quite well, and then in Cairns he also met with a few people on the marina before he headed off to Green Island as well. Those were both positive events for the Prime Minister.
One policy shift that has been a negative for Mr Dutton was his backflip on his public service cuts policy. He originally said he would cut 41,000 jobs from the public service and force all public servants back to the office 5 days a week. This week he was forced to walk that policy back, saying at first it would only apply to people in Canberra, and then saying that he wouldn't even pursue the cuts. He would just attempt to bring about these changes through natural attrition and a hiring freeze. And he completely walked back the demand that all public servants should have to work in the office every day. This has been quite a negative development for Mr Dutton's campaign.
On the policy front, the Prime Minister's really seized on Peter Dutton's back down of his demands that Commonwealth public servants return to the office 5 days a week. He continues to hammer this claim that the opposition will reduce funding for health as well.
Ultimately though, this week has been dominated by Donald Trump's trade tariffs, which has sent markets plunging and really created a lot of economic uncertainty. Mr Dutton has sought to capitalise on this, saying that the Liberal Party is the only party that can lead Australia through a recession and manage the economy responsibly.
He's going to maintain his lead over the next couple of weeks.